Hey guys, wanted to give you a little overview of how to install the new JB4 VR30 fuel wires. I've got our 2019 here. I'll pop the engine cover off and open the JB4 enclosure. This already has the fuel wires on it, but I'm going to walk you through the process. There's two wires that you're going to plug into the JB4 harness. There's a short one that has a resistor in it that looks like that. It's just a 1K ohm resistor for those who want to make their own wires. Then a longer one with no resistor. Both of them have D-sub pins, and the first step is going to be to insert both of those into the JB4 harness. There's certain spots here. You'll see that they're numbered down at the bottom there. Now the longer wire without the resistor is going to go into spot number 20, which is one over from the brown wire down there when you're looking at the back side of it. And the short one with the resistor is going to go into spot 21, which is right next to it. If you mix those up, things won't work right. So if you plug them in wrong, it's hard to get them out without a D-sub removal tool. So if that happens, just email us and we'll walk you through it. But it's better to check once before you insert them fully to make sure you have them in the right spots. Also worth noting, normally there's a grommet here you'd feed these wires through. You want to put them through the grommet, not around it. I cut the grommet off this one when I was doing some testing earlier, so I don't have it, but that's part of the process. Now, I've zip tied the wires to the harness. You can do that when you're done if you'd like to clean it up or not. But where they're going to go is to the O2 sensors here. I'm looking at the driver's side right now, and you can see that the posi tap is attached to the white wire there. So what you're going to want to do, there's a sheathing here that pulls back. You're going to want to pull that back a couple inches and attach the wire so that when you take this out later, the sheathing will come right back over a little pinhole you've made in the O2 sensor wire. These posi taps go on the same way as the ones that you use to connect your JB4 mobile kit, so you're probably used to them. But if not, you insert this gray piece, screw in the red piece that has a little point on it. It puts a pinhole in the wire, and then you place this top red cap over the black wire, tug it in, screw it down, and you know it's right because when you go to tug it back out, the wire doesn't pull out. So that's the short one. Obviously the long one I've zip tied here to the harness, and you can guess where it's going to go. Right down to the O2 sensor there. Now this one's trickier to reach. Theoretically, you could install it anywhere. You can see the O2 sensor right here. There's a white wire down here. I guess my hand blocks the camera view when I put it down there. So what I found was the easiest way to do it was to temporarily move this harness out of the way by sticking a screwdriver in here and popping it up, and that allowed me to push this clip down and move this whole bundle over about 2 or 3 inches. And then it was much easier to get my hand down there, but I still had to do it with one hand. So if you have smaller hands, that might be easier, or you might have a better time going down through this way. But the process is the same. So let me zoom in on the wire so you can see it. There we go. You want the posi tap installed on the white wire there. Then the long JB4 black wire attached to the other end, and then you're going to want to tug on that black wire to ensure this tight when you're all done. Now once the wires are installed, the last thing you'll need to do is update the JB4 firmware, and you'll need to make a setting change to turn on the fuel control wires within the JB4 software. And I'll detail those in the firmware post on N54 Tech.